Okay, so I want to do this. I don't know what to call it, but I want you guys to play along here for a second at the start because I want to do something. I want you to close your eyes right now, and I want you to imagine a family member, a friend, whatever, someone close to you drops dead on the spot right next to you, and you can't do anything about it. And you have these internet trolls online saying, hey, get back out there, go play football because my money is more important. You aren't a real human being to me. You're just a slave for the system. You're just entertainment. You are nothing to me except for making me money. I want you to sit there and think about that. Think about being pulled away as a family member or a friend is lying on the ground and they're forcing you to go back out there to work, to do a sport, whatever. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, after the fact you see someone get driven away in an ambulance. Or get pulled away and you have to go, again, do whatever you have to do because the people above you, the people online say, hey, money is more important than lives. Human beings are human beings until they're entertainers in a sport or whatever. Until you work for, a corporation, then you're nothing. Think about that. These people don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about these players. All they care about is money. All they care about is, oh, it's week 17 and there's a bunch of implications here for NFL football, for playoff football, for seeding. It's not just about the money. Okay, well then why are you making them go 5 minutes after someone collapsed on the field and tell them they have to get back out there and play 5 minutes afterwards? Think about that. If you're one of those idiots that is saying that and you believe that, get the fuck out of here because you're a dumbass. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You clearly don't give a shit about human lives. That's what's wrong with this world. No one gives a shit. It's always me, 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 me. Oh, that person's dead. Oh, who gives a shit? Everyone dies every single day. Oh, well. Okay, that just proves to me you don't care. You don't go to your own family's funerals. You don't have a family, most likely. You're probably single in your 40s looking at the fucking stocks all day. You don't have kids. Probably don't have a great relationship with your parents. You don't give a shit. It's always you. Those people are stupid. They don't deserve to talk, but they're going to talk on YouTube, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Oops, there goes the water bottle. And they're going to make their opinions heard because that's the minority of people, but they're the loudest group. The support, yes, the support was enormous. But what I'm also seeing coming out of this is, oh, COVID vaccines cost us. Yeah, because we didn't have cardiac arrest before COVID. Before 2019, we didn't fucking have mental illness or any of this fucking shit. People were fine and dandy. Everyone lived to a fucking 1,000 years old. No one died from anything in this world until COVID came along 3 years ago. Cardiac arrest was not a thing before 3 years ago. You dumbass piece of fucking shit. Why people think COVID is involved in this and something like this makes no fucking sense to me. You're either an old dumbass who's probably very political and you give a shit about you give a shit about your fucking side, and you hate the other side. You don't care about anything but your goddamn political shit. It's only whatever. I don't know how the fuck that has to do with anything. I don't know why the fuck we're making such a big deal about this when it has nothing to do with COVID. You're not a fucking medical expert. You didn't go to fucking 17 years of college to get a fucking degree, and then you're in there, you're not fighting for everyone's lives. You weren't part of those nurses and doctors that were all around the fucking world trying to save people, watching people die day in and day out. COVID has nothing to do with this shit. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of these dumbasses that only care about money. This is what is wrong with the world. They're entertainers. They're slaves to the fucking system. That's all they see them as. They're not human beings. They don't deserve fucking rights. It's just every fucking Sunday go out there and do your fucking job and shut the fuck up. That's all it is to these dumbasses. I hope you fucking go through some traumatic shit. I hope that God or whatever you fucking believe in, God, the universe, destiny, whatever. And if you're atheist, whatever you believe in, I hope you have to go through something like this. And I hope you watch as a bunch of people, stand around and go, oh, well, who cares? Just go fucking do your job tomorrow. Don't fucking hold a funeral for them or anything. I hope that happens to you. Because this is not right. He's a human fucking being fighting for his life. All we know, he's in critical condition. He has a tube down his throat. They're giving him oxygen. That's all we know. I'm not a medical scientist. I'm not going to say, oh, well, this is happening, that's happening, blah, 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 blah. I don't know shit about the fucking medical field. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I'm a fucking PhD in this shit. I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I'm going to leave it to the social media pages that are updating us because they're, again, probably from Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Hospital. Probably from there. We'll get updates from them. We'll get updates from, people like, I don't want to say Adam Schefter, but you have to say Adam Schefter because he's an insider. But, we push that fucking shit aside. We all hate Adam Schefter for one reason or another, okay? But he'll know, he'll get his shit out. Ian Rappaport, these reporters will get their information, get it out. We'll get stuff from the NFL page itself, too. That's what you should be looking for. That's what you should be following. The rest of it, just shut your fucking mouth up right now. It's plain and simple. Let the professionals do their job and save this man's life. We can talk about this and that and rescheduling the game and all that later. I mean, we still have a whole bunch of time. They could push this back and go, oh, well, we're 2+ weeks away from playoffs. So there's so much time here. The fact that people want to go and say, oh, just push them back out there 5 minutes or a day, less than 24 hours right now, as I'm recording this, to just, go back out and play. Buffalo flew home. They're not in Cincinnati anymore right now. So, let's just have them hop back on a plane, get back out to Cincinnati, and just go start the game at 4:05 or whatever, 7 o'clock or whatever tonight, and just, 24 hours later, you're playing the game again. That's not the right move. I don't give a shit about your money. I don't give a shit about anything. You have to think, because you're most likely wrong. Unless you're saying, okay, well, I want this guy to be happy and healthy, hope he's okay, and let's postpone the game till later on. Yes, then you're in the right. But if you're out here caring about your money, caring only about entertainment, go fucking watch WWE, go fucking watch whatever else, scripted sports. That's entertainment. Go watch that. Go watch that shit. That's what you want. That's entertainment. Go ahead and watch it. That's more scripted than the NFL. That's more scripted than the World Cup, than hockey, than baseball. We can have a discussion about baseball because there's that whole, scandal of, the Astros cheating in the World Series. Anyway, point is, there's entertainment stuff out there. There's a fucking circus out there somewhere still. I mean, it's probably more prominent in Europe than it is here in America because we don't really give a shit here in America about the circus anymore. Go fucking fly to Europe. If you're complaining about money, then you have the money to go to Europe and go see a circus. Go join the circus because you're a clown. Right now, we're worrying about his health. We're worrying about what happens to him. That's all the players are thinking about right now. And there's another thing, and I don't want to get too much in this because this is, whatever. But, there's people that even are like, okay, well, why are men crying? Like, they're just crying. Like, stereotypical people are like, oh, men don't cry. Just put them back out there and they can do their job. These guys were crying because they lost a brother. They lost a friend. Their family was in the stands. This isn't just a robot. These people aren't robots. They're allowed to have feelings. They're allowed to cry. And it pisses me off when people say, oh, men don't cry, men can't cry. It pisses me the fuck off. Because when you have And these are good friends. These are real fucking friends. These aren't those toxic ass shitty friends that are like, oh, I'm only there if you're a rich fucking millionaire. You have 6-pack of abs or whatever the fuck. These are real fucking friends. They care about each other on this team. That's what it is. We as fans on the outside, we love to go, oh, this player sucks because he's bad at his job, blah, 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 blah. Inside the locker rooms, inside the facilities, they're a fucking family. Okay? And we criticize and we do all this shit from the outside looking in. But that's why, and, I know people aren't a fan of Rodgers or whatever, and, we're not going to touch on that. But he stands up and says, hey, we've been doubted since 4-8. People thought Jordan Love was going to come in, middle of the year or whatever. He says, we love this team. We're going to fight for each other, blah, 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 blah. Jair Alexander, just this past week when we played the Vikings, people, were like, hey, we're going to stand by you. We're going to, help you out. You're going to go off against Justin Jefferson. We're going to go off against the rest of the offense, the Vikings offense. The offense is going to go off against the rest of the Vikings defense. They're going to play for each other because it's a family. Jair, everyone had Jair's back. And it's not all, Rashawn Gary's out. We have these rookies in there. All these people that are out, people are stepping up. We got these rookies in there. People that aren't even, haven't been around long. And it's a family thing. And that's all around the NFL. That's all 32 teams. You can hate a player. You can hate Tom Brady and this and that and this and that. At the end of the day, the real people, they're people, they love each other. They're a family inside the facilities. They're fighting for each other. Yes, of course, there's always going to be some times where you have, people hate each other. Or look at early on in the training camp this year. Josh Allen got into it with a defensive lineman. And it was love. It's, hey, we want to fucking win a Super Bowl. So, we're going to make our quarterback better. He got in the face of him, got into a, little fight. All is well and done. Next day, they're out there training harder, practicing, even more. So, it annoys me how people look at this situation and how people just go, oh, okay, well, whatever. Who cares? Let's just go back out there. Who gives a shit about humans? It annoys the fuck out of me. And I just... For now, we worry about Damar Hamlin's health. And, hopefully soon he'll be released from the hospital. And, hopefully he's in critical condition. So hopefully he can recover, quickly. Speedy recovery. That's what this is about right now. This isn't about playing for a playoff spot or anything. Even again, you had the Bengals, who, again, you're on the opposing side there. You're fighting for a playoff spot. Before then, even then, again, dabbing each other up in the hallways. We don't have really footage of that because it's, again, they're all kind of doing it in behind the scenes and whatnot. Because again, people are crying and whatnot. Again, that's okay. But even then, you have people there that's supposed to be enemies. Again, it's not really a rivalry. But maybe it will be in the future. But this is, it's bigger than football. This is more important than football. There is only, as far as I know, I think there's only been one death in the NFL, and that was in the 50s or something like that. I think it was a Lions player. There's a famous video on YouTube. You can actually go look it up. I think it has 3 or 4 million views. There's a big maybe even 50 million. I don't remember, but I've seen it a couple times. I believe it was a Lions player who had a stroke or something. So it's not an NFL player dies every week or something. On the field. Let me rephrase that. On the field. On the field. We've had, Ryan Shazier comes to mind. We're talking about that. There was a player in Seattle, I forgot his name, that we were talking about last night in the stream too. On the field, there's only been one death reported, as far as I know. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe it's only been one death. So it's something that doesn't really happen. They were able to CPR him, get him. They have him breathing now with the tube, but it's a step towards getting better. So just gotta hope and pray he's better. Not a lot of information. We'll get more information, slowly trickling out. But I understand if the family doesn't want to release everything right away. It doesn't, I'm pretty sure they denied the press conference because there was supposed to be a press conference last night. It would have been like midnight my time, so I went to staying up for it anyway because, maybe if I didn't fall asleep, but I was able to fall asleep for a couple hours last night. But we'll get more information. We'll find out. It's just hopefully he's okay. And again, don't listen to these online dumbasses who think they have a PhD in medical science or whatever. Think they're, a doctor, an online doctor. Oh, Google told me this, so this is what, this is real because Google told me that. No. Wait for people from the University of, oh my God. The, Cincinnati Hospital, sorry, I can't believe I said university. There's social media, Twitter probably would update the fastest because I'm guessing they probably use Twitter the fastest. So, if you have a Twitter, keep an eye on Twitter. There's going to be screenshots going around every single where else afterwards, too. So, keep an eye out on social media. You're going to talk to people and whatnot. And we're just going to hope and pray that he's okay and that, everything turns out well. And the hardest part is waiting and seeing. Now, it's, we're not going through what the family is going through, but, maybe you're a person and you've had something similar to this in your family. You know what they're going through. I can't say I have. I've seen people get taken away in ambulances for like a leg injury, like they, hurt their leg. I used to run cross country, so I've seen stuff like that, but I've never seen like something this magnitude. So I can't put myself in those shoes because I've never experienced stuff like this. So I can't imagine what the family's going through. But just send your hopes, send their prayers. I know it's over $1 million in donations to the foundation that Damar Hamlin set up. It was like a Christmas thing for kids. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's all over. It's floating all over the internet. So, you can just, if you want to go donate to that, you can go donate to that. But, yeah, right now it's just waiting and see. Don't be a dumbass online. Don't be a troll. This is a real human being. This is a person who is trying to live their dream. Only I think it's 1% of, college players get to the NFL, or maybe it's 2 or 3%. That's nothing. So the fact that he made it to the NFL proves that he's good enough to be in the NFL too. He's living his dream. And who knows what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen to him. We're still waiting on information. But just be nice to people. You never know what's going to happen. Tell your family and friends you love them. It's just the whole 9 yards. Just, be supportive. You never know what anyone's going through too. We don't even know if he's had a history of this stuff or what. We don't know. I haven't seen anything much. But I don't really care because right now he's fighting for his life. This man's fighting for his life. So who cares about his past? He's fighting for his life right now. So I'm not going to do my normal sign off. But just be nice to people. This has nothing to do with politics. This has nothing to do with COVID because, again, we've had cardiac arrests before COVID came along. So why people think COVID caused this, I don't fucking know. I don't know their mindsets. I don't know what kind of conspiracy theories they're into. It just makes no sense. This is not on anyone. T. Higgins was the one that got tackled on the play, but this is not him. It was a routine tackle. It's just something like this happened. It's crazy to think about, but it's no one's fault. I saw, screenshots, people are blaming him. He did nothing wrong. So I hope you all enjoy your day. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the week here for videos. I'm going to figure it out, but I want to get this out. I know it's 20 minutes long, but there's so much I just wanted to say. So much bullshit all around, and I hope you all have a good day. I hope you all are keeping him in your prayers, thinking about him. And yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So no signature sign off for this one. Just hopefully Damar Hamlin is gonna be okay.